And just wait a second. Yeah, in GCSE we learn about market economy. Okay, because we know that was the idea from Adam Smith. Okay, and he believes that when there is competition, the economy will only get better. Okay, so here, look, let me ask some other students. Okay, can someone tell me the advantages of competition? Let me ask. Well, Justin. Justin, are you here? Hi. Can you tell me some advantages of competition? Yeah. So Adam Smith, he believed in competition. Yeah, but why? Why competition is so good? Can you just explain a little bit? Okay, competition will create better products. Can you give me a few more points? Yeah. So better products. Anything else? Come on, you can do it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have learned that. That's not new. Yeah, lower prices, right? Because when we compete each other, right? When we compete with each other, right? Yeah. And give me one more thing. One more. Yeah, just one more idea. Come on, you can do it. Come on. So better products, lower prices. What else? When you are trying to compete with other people, what else you might want to do to win the competition? Okay, bigger range of products. Oh, that's very good. Okay, yeah. So yeah, there you go, right, guys. So you see here, yeah, what you have learned, okay, before, it is basically from Adam Smith, okay, and he believed in competition, right? Okay, yeah, and that's why we have to learn market economy, and he discovered the idea of market economy. There should be, okay, no government intervention, because government intervention is just bad, for the economy. Yeah, when we learn about price mechanism, okay, everything will be automatically, okay, administered, managed, okay, in terms of the economy, when we are using price as as the incentive and signal. And that's why it's so important. Okay, oh, price is here. Okay, hello. Yeah. Yeah, so there you go, right? So that's Adam Smith's idea. All right, but it doesn't mean that Adam Smith, he didn't like government at all. Okay, yeah, he did believe government should exist. Okay, but there's one key condition. Okay, there's one key condition that he believed. Okay, yeah, government can exist, but they can only you know do anything besides interventing the market. Okay, so you can do anything else. Okay, all right, so you can provide education, provide defenses, some other merit goods, all right, etc., etc., but you cannot intervene the market. So this is his belief. Okay, all right, yeah. So yeah, Adam Smith, there you go. Okay, yeah, and we all know about division of labor. Okay, and Adam Smith also believed in division of labor. Okay, because that's how we can increase our productivity. Okay, and yeah, this is why he really believed that idea. Okay, all right, yeah, and at the end, yeah, he also believed in free trade. Okay, right. So once again, what is a free trade? Okay, okay, let me ask some other people. Uh, okay, Kieran. Hi, Kieran. Karen, are you here? Oh, hi. Can you tell me about free trade? What is it? Why free trade is good? Hello. Oh, okay, okay, yeah, yeah, okay, okay. That's very good. Yeah, yeah, right. And so this is why it is good. Okay. And can you also give me one more term, to describe the answer that you have? It provides a higher quality of goods as competition increases. What is that term that you can fit, the answer that you have in the chat? It's because of something, and then we have free trade. Something and free trade. Something. What is that something? We need to do something first. Okay, as a nation. But no barrier. Okay, yeah, yeah, free. Yeah, no barrier. Yeah, no trade protection. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. And also, if we want to produce some high quality of goods, we need to specialize. Yeah, thank you, Marco. Yeah, thank you. All right. Yeah. So there you go. Okay, a full explanation right here. Okay. From all of you guys combining the answers together. Okay. So that's why you see we had to learn that. Okay, during GCSE, right? Yeah. In the very last unit, international economics, we learn about free trade. We learn about protectionist policies. We learn about international specialization. Look, the original idea was from Adam Smith. Okay, but look at this, Adam Smith. Yeah, he was born in like 1723. Okay, and his idea really did influence, okay, people in the future. Okay, even now. Yeah, so that's why he's so great. Okay, that's why he's the father of modern economics, right? Because the vision that he had during that time, it was great, right? Yeah. So there you go. Okay. And if we have to achieve like free trade, then we cannot have government intervention. Okay, because when we have government intervention, you will see. Okay, there will be trade barriers, protections. Yeah, and free trade cannot be realized. Okay, right? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you see here so many theories. They were actually from Adam Smith. Okay, all right, and someday later, some people they develop those theories, and they become even more sophisticated. Okay, all right, yeah. So yeah, to answer the first question and the second question, you guys did a very great job. Okay, so well done. And what about number 3? So if you have to use 1 or 2 words to describe Adam Smith, okay, yeah, that's yeah. But I would use the one from Katrina. Yeah, that's the I would say that's the most correct answer. Okay, laissez-faire. Okay, laissez-faire. What does it mean? Let me ask someone else. Okay, okay, yeah, right, okay, yeah. So basically, is without intervention. Okay, yeah, because laissez-faire basically I think it's French. Yeah, it's like let it go, or let it be. Okay, yeah, like the song from the Beatles. Yeah, so let it be. All right, you don't have to do anything to the market. Just let it be. All right. Yeah. So this is his belief, and that's why he really emphasized on a free market, free trade. Yeah. Oh, let do. Oh, okay. All right. Yep. Yep. Okay. Thank you for yeah, yeah, the adjustment over there. Okay. But yeah, you get the idea. All right. So just don't don't intervene. Okay. Yeah, because that is going to be the best for people. Okay, that's why we believe in free market. That's why we believe in free trade. Okay, in the international aspect. Okay, all right, yeah. So that's Adam Smith. All right, yeah. But what about number four? So can you just so what is it? Yeah, there are quite a few books that he wrote, and I really want to focus on the wealth of nations and also the theory of moral sentiments. But when we talk about the wealth of nations, uh, what is it? Wait. Wow, Jago, you just copied the whole thing from somewhere. Uh, well, really? Oh, okay, all right, yeah. Okay, yeah, guys, let's take a look at this. It's too long. Uh, right, the idea of capitalism. Yeah, invisible hands. So basically, invisible hands. Yeah, price mechanism. So this is what he's trying to talk about. Okay. Uh, yeah. Okay. So from here, look. I would say the wealth of nations. What's in the book is basically the concepts that we just discussed about. Okay, all right. So yeah, the theories, the knowledge that we learn. Okay, some of them they are actually from this book. Okay, The Wealth of Nations. Okay, because Adam Smith was also a philosopher, and we yeah and they always try to understand how do we accumulate a nation's wealth. All right, so that's why he came up with all those new ideas. So these are how we can improve a nation. These ideas, they are all what we can do to accumulate the wealth and power of our country. Okay, so yeah, the wealth of nations. There you go. But what about the theory of moral sentiments? Why did he write a book like this? It doesn't seem to make sense. Okay, but what is it? Anyone who did some quick research on this book, or maybe I should just ask some people. That was quick. Principles of morality. Okay, yeah, but why this so important? Yeah, how is it going to be related to what we are learning? So now we know Adam Smith's ideas, but why Adam Smith also wrote a book like this? Okay, human behavior. Okay, is the human behavior? Okay, yeah, that is very good. Yeah, it's the human behavior. Okay, yeah, and yeah, right. We are always influenced by the others. Yeah, because we are all independent. Okay, we are all social beings. Okay, and that's why look, if we look at things like we are living in a market economy. Okay, yeah. So one more question. So if we are living in a market economy, what kind of drawbacks can you tell me if we are in a market economy? Yeah, externalities. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, that basically, yeah, the lack of government intervention. Yeah, that will create externalities, market failure. So that is basically externalities, right? It's because of externalities and we have market failure, right? Yeah, so that's very good. Okay, and that's why he also wrote this book, and not so many textbooks or or teachers they would talk about the theory of moral sentiments. Yeah, but that is one very important book. that he wrote, because Adam Smith was fully aware. Okay, he was fully aware when we are running a market economy. Okay, we will see all those drawbacks. Okay, all those drawbacks that we have learned during GCSE. Okay, and that's why he believed that people, they should have a good moral value in order to keep this system going. Okay, otherwise it's not going to sustain. Okay, and you will see all the drawbacks that you guys gave me just now. Okay, and that's why like so many things they have to be better. Okay, in terms of a person. Okay, so when you are earning money, you should use some of them to help other people. Yeah, and also there should be some improvement in the justice system, etc., etc. You see here, look, this is what he believed. Okay, yeah. So you see, if people, they can improve their moral value, then market economy can perfectly exist in this world. So it does make sense. Okay, so yeah. So Adam Smith did think about this. They think about how do we improve the limitation of market economy. Okay, so if you want to answer the very last question, yes, he did. He did. Okay, and well, unfortunately, okay, you can see, right? Humans are more complex than Adam Smith, can imagine. Okay, and at the end, look, right? People, some people, they don't really have a good moral value. Okay, they cannot really fulfill the things that Adam Smith said in this book here. Okay, so you even now in the reality, you still see some limitations from market economy. Okay, but yeah, but once again, Adam Smith was aware. Okay, this problem. All right, yeah, he knew it. Okay, he knew it. All right, yeah, that's why he was so amazing. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so basically, this is like an introduction of Adam Smith, what he has done. Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, so that's him. All right, that's why we have to learn economics. Yeah, thank you. All right, and so if we go back to the previous slide, okay, here. So now, can you answer me the question? So, what causes the rapid development in Hong Kong? Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So in Hong Kong, we have a policy throughout the years. People, they call that big market, small government. Okay. Yeah. So that's basically a market economy right here. Yeah. And also in Hong Kong, during like throughout the years, okay, we developed a good institution. Okay, so when you look at taxes, yeah, do you see, do we have any tariff imposing to other countries? Yeah, there's no tariff. Even when there is, it will be some very exceptional case. Okay, yeah. So I would say in general, no tariff. Okay, so you see here, free trade. Okay, yeah. So Hong Kong is doing what Adam Smith was talking about. Okay, all right, yeah. So that is very good, and also our justice system. Yeah, it is pretty good. Yeah, I think, I believe. Okay, not so sure about, you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, justice system. Okay, and also corruption. We have ICAC. Yeah, that is very good. Right? We have a good institution. Okay, to support this market economy. This very great idea. Okay, and that's why, look, free market. Yeah, right. Yeah, and free trade, and that's why, look, we created, okay, what we have today. Okay, it's all because of Adam Smith's ideas. Okay, right? Yeah. So there you go. Right, there you go. So yeah, Hong Kong is such a nice example for explaining Adam Smith's idea. Yeah, yeah. So there you go. So that's Adam Smith. Okay, right. So there you go. Right, for 18th century. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he was the star. Okay. Uh, oh yeah. Even when you're trying to talk about other taxes like the VAT, the GST that you have learned in GCSE, we don't have it in Hong Kong. Okay, if you're talking about like other countries like Japan, Korea, even Dubai, and yeah, some other European countries, they all have GST. Okay, but we prefer a free market, so we don't want any government intervention in the markets. So there's no GST at all. Yeah, even till now we don't have any GST. Okay, so people, they always like to shop in Hong Kong. Okay, that's why Hong Kong, people, they call it a shopping paradise. Okay, all right, yeah. So you see here how they try to encourage trades and transactions, right? Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, that's very good. Okay. So yeah. So that's Adam Smith. Okay, that's Adam Smith. And let's go to yeah. Let's quickly go to 19th century. Okay. Yeah, because we have a long way to go. Okay. So we have to go to 19th century and then 20th and then 21st, and we finish the whole thing. Yeah, that's a lot of history that we have to do. Okay, but this is the case. I think it will be better when we are going through the history. Okay, yeah, you will see some theories. Okay, throughout the history. Okay, so I think I'm going to go through the theories along the history so that you will have a better understanding. Okay, so those are some theories that you will have to learn in the later chapters. So I guess I'm just going to give you a quick view on those theories. So when we get there to the theories themselves, we don't have to spend so much time. Okay, and at the same time, when you're learning the history, you know what they were doing. Okay, along the history. Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, so yeah. So let's move on. Okay, and then you see another person. All right, so after Adam Smith, yeah, we have to learn another person. Yeah, that's David. Yeah, Ricardo. Okay, yeah, and so when you see this, okay, this guy, he also supported the idea of specialization and free trade, free market. So which gang is in. So which gang David is in. We have different gangs in economics. So if he supported the idea from Smith, then can you tell me the school of thought that he belongs to? Yeah, classical economics, right? Yeah, so David, okay, you just have to put this guy in this gang as well. Okay, classical economics. All right, yeah, based on his belief. Okay, right? And you see here, Smith believed in absolute advantage for international trade. I don't think we have learned that in GCSE, so that's why I'm going to quickly introduce you to absolute advantage. Okay, yeah, very quick. Okay, and Ricardo actually improved the theory of absolute advantage and created comparative advantage. Okay, all right, yeah, you have learned that, right? Yeah, can someone tell me what comparative advantage is? What is it? Do you still remember? Comparative advantage. Okay, less opportunity cost for making the goods than the other countries. Yes. Yeah, that's very good. Yes. Okay. Yeah, so there you go, right? This is something that we have learned. Okay, yeah, right, okay. So yeah, this is the guy, okay, who created that theory. So you had to learn that in GCSE. Okay, if you want to blame him. Okay, don't blame me. Okay, all right, yeah. So that's the guy. Okay, but now we want to understand. So why? Yeah. So why he wanted to improve the idea from Smith? Okay, Smith was a great person. Okay, so why not just using absolute advantage, and why he had to improve it to a comparative advantage? So yeah, let's try to understand this. Okay, so this is some contents that you will have to learn in year 12. Okay, but I'm gonna try to make you understand the content in 4 slides. Okay, let's see if we can do it. Okay, all right. So yeah, so there you go. I'm just being lazy. Okay, just trying to use some old examples from GCSE. Okay, yeah, forgive me. Okay, so here let's take a look of case 1. Okay, let's take a look of case 1. Okay, and at this time, look at the table. Okay, so the table is showing. We know this. The production possibility. Okay, yeah, the PPC. Okay, when the countries they focus on producing only one. Okay, only one product. So let's say they are all focusing on making missile, or they are all focusing on making pizza. Okay, so if China is focusing on making missile, okay, so China can make 3 missile. Okay, and if China just wanted to focus on making pizza, then China can make 6 pizza. Okay, so this is how we see the table. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool. All right. Okay, yeah. So when you see here, so look at the definition of absolute advantage. Okay, absolute advantage is when a country can produce more of the good, okay, than other country with the same amount of resources. So if you have, if both countries so now we assume that both countries they have the same amount of resources, and this is how they can produce with the same amount of resources. Okay, all right. So in other words, when you are talking about absolute advantage, we are only looking at, who can produce more. Okay, assuming that they have the same amount of resources. Okay, so for China, if you know about absolute advantage, which one do you think China will specialize based on absolute advantage? Yeah, pizza, right? Yeah, so with the same amount of resources, China can make more pizza. Okay, right? So there you go, right? Yeah, 6 versus 4. Okay, so there you go, right? Yeah, so according to absolute advantage, we are going to specialize in pizza for China, and of course, North Korea, they are going to specialize on making missile. Okay, all right. So that's the theory. Okay, simple. Yeah, simple. Okay, and for the simplicity, okay, we are just gonna make some more assumptions. Okay, and because after we learn from the previous section of Unit 1, we know so many times when we are trying to study on some things, then we have to make some assumptions, because it's just too complicated if we don't make them the assumptions. Okay, so let's say right now there are only 2 countries in this world. Okay, we only have China and North Korea in this world. Okay, so it's a world of communism. Okay, all right. So you just have to imagine that. All right, and there are only 2 goods being produced in this world. Okay, so people, they will only produce missile and pizza. Okay, in the whole world, they don't need anything else. Okay, all right. So we're just looking at those 2 goods, those 2 countries. Okay, and at the same time, look, because here we are talking about PPC. Okay, so we are trying to assume they are having a constant opportunity cost. Okay, so it's going to be a linear curve. Okay, yeah, well, you know what that is. Okay, so yeah, so these are our assumptions. Try to make it more simple. Okay, so yeah, so here we go. Okay, so if this is the case, and if we know that, okay, so let's say right now, so now based on the absolute advantage, yeah, they have something to specialize. So from Adam Smith's idea, they will trade. Okay, so China will trade pizza with North Korea, who is trading missile. Okay, so that's the case when you have trade using the idea of absolute advantage. Okay, but now let's make another scenario. Okay, so let's say right now, using the same set of data. Okay, when you look at the same matrix here, look, we are using this scenario here. So let's take a look at this. So let's say they are not trading. Okay, they are only working for the domestic economy. Okay, and we know that, look, in the reality, you cannot just make one good. Okay, you just have to have a balanced work life. Okay, yeah, well, here, I got a redundant balance right here, but anyway, okay, so let's make this scenario happen. Okay, so they are going to spend 50% of the resources, okay, on missile, and then 50% of the resources on pizza. Okay, so now this is the case when they are not trading with each other. Okay, they are only operating in a closed economy. Okay, yeah, understand? All right, so if that is the case, I want you to give me the numbers. So if they only work in a domestic environment, how many missile China is going to produce or consume, or how many pizza China is going to produce or consume, and so as North Korea. Yeah, so if they are spending 50% of the resources for missile and then 50% of the resources for pizza, what would be the numbers? Do you need any further instructions? Yeah, well, you can actually find the combinations using the matrix here, because here the matrix with okay, Jago. Okay, but first of all, look, when you guys are calculating, you know, the combination, okay, you need to take a look of the trade-off. Okay, all right, you need to take a look at the trade-off, right? So this is the maximum missile that China can make using 100% of the resources. Okay, if China spends 100% of the resources on missile, then China can make free missile. Yeah, okay, all right. So you guys get the idea? Okay, so this is the number when China is spending 100% of the resources on making missile. So she can make free missile. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Yeah. So anyone who have questions regarding to the calculation right here? Yeah, I mean they're simple calculations. You just have to find out the opportunity cost, for making the products first. Okay, and then you will know, if I'm spending 50% of the resources for each of the product, then what would be the combination. Okay, all right, yeah. So yeah. So if now I'm not using 100% for the missile, then okay. So yeah, then here is going to be 1.5, because yeah, right, because it's half. Okay, I'm spending half of my resources for missile, so it's going to be 1.5. And when you look at the comparison right here, okay, all right, yeah. So if I'm making 6 pizza right here, then I have to give up making 3 missiles. Okay, so the opportunity cost of making 1 pizza is basically 3 over 6. Okay, all right, yeah, that's simple maths. Okay, right there. All right, so yeah, okay, right, okay, yeah. Are you guys all right about that? So yeah, Jago, when you look at your answers, uh, is it here? guys, are you alright with the numbers right here? Okay, all right, yeah, because no one was uh, typing things. I was kind of worried. Okay, you guys all right? Okay, right? Yeah, so this is how you find, okay, the combination. Simple, yeah, simple, right? Yeah, just like that. Okay, all right, yeah. So when we look at the numbers, okay, in the world perspective. Okay, so let's now take a look of the numbers in the world perspective. So right now, if we are not trading with each other, okay, so how many missile is going to be produced in this world when we are not trading? How many missiles we are producing in this world? Talking about the world, the whole world. We only have two countries in this world. So here, the total output without trade, it's going to be 5.5. Okay, you just have to add up the numbers right here, right? Easy, simple. Okay, so there you go, 5.5. And then for pizza, in the whole world, there will be 5 pizza. Okay, but here is the magic of absolute advantage. Okay, because we know that, look, it will be great for China to make pizza only, and for North Korea to make missiles only. So if they do that, if they specialized, okay, so if we look at it in the whole world, the total output after specialization will be this. Do you see the difference? Okay, and this is the beauty of having specialization, and based on the theory we have in absolute advantage. So the world is better off. Okay, we are not only looking at ourselves. Okay, so this is the case. When we were learning mercantilism, okay, we know that it was a zero-sum game. Okay, when we are getting better off, some people, they are being worse off. And that's why Adam Smith and the people after him, they have some new ideas. It doesn't always have to be like this. We can be in a win-win situation. And this is a win-win situation when we trade, when we specialize. Okay? So in this whole world, look, the total output for missiles and pizzas, they all increased. Okay? Right? You see? You see right here? And then when they trade, eventually, two countries, they will have more missiles and pizzas. Possibly. Okay? If there's a fair trade. Okay? Right? Yeah, so that's absolute advantage. Okay? Yep. Any questions so far? Cool? Yeah, because we are going, to further details when we get to year 12. But here I'm trying to simply explain the idea to you, okay? So when we get to year 12, look, there you go. You have it, like a clear understanding, like why people they are using absolute advantage. Where is that advantage? Here is the advantage, because you can see, okay, right here, okay, yeah, you can see the advantage of doing that. Okay, all right, simple, yeah, cool. But then look, when we look back to David, okay, David, yeah. So David, and David, look, he found something that didn't make sense, and he improved the theory and created comparative advantage. Okay, all right, and now we are going to understand like why something didn't make sense. Okay, so so if this is the case, okay, if a country can produce more of something, okay, compared to another country with the same amount of resources, then it'll be great if they are using absolute advantage for specialization. At the end, the whole world is getting better off, right? So that's good. But here's one thing that David argued. So what if that one country has no absolute advantage at all? Does that mean that that country cannot specialize, cannot trade with other countries. That was the argument from David. Okay, yeah, because in the reality, you will not find so many countries. They will have like absolute advantage, right? Yeah, different countries, they have different progress of development. Okay, so if we are using absolute advantage, then some countries, they would never be able to have absolute advantage. Okay, right? So here is case 2. So here, look at the matrix. I have some a new set of data. Okay, all right. So different. Okay, different. Okay, different. Yep, case 2. So you see here, there is no absolute advantage for China in this case when you compare, okay, both of the goods. Okay, 10 versus 50, 20 versus 25. Okay, and that is the problem. Okay, and David Ricardo, he found out, look, this also works. Okay, so no international trade, not for him. Okay, because we have to look at comparative advantage. Okay, and we know the definition already. Okay, so now we are going to find out, okay, which country, when they are producing a product that has a lower opportunity cost than the other country. Okay, yeah, so yes, this is the first step. All right, okay, so can you give me the numbers? So here, the opportunity cost of producing 1 unit of missile or pizza for China, or opportunity cost for producing 1 unit of missile for North Korea, and 1 unit of pizza for North Korea. So can someone just give me the numbers right here? Okay, based on the data above. So when I'm producing 1 missile in China, how many pizzas that I have to give up? Okay, 0.5 to 2.5. All right. Okay, so there you go, right here. Yeah, you just have basically use 10 over 20, then you will get that. Okay, right? Basic math. All right, yeah. So there you go. Here. Okay, clear? Good. Okay, so from here, look, when we are using comparative advantage, they will also trade. Okay, so based on this theory here, yeah, when we are comparing, look, China and North Korea, when they are both making missiles, okay, China has a lower opportunity cost than North Korea. Okay, so China is going to specialize on this. Okay, and for pizza, North Korea has a lower opportunity cost. Then North Korea will specialize on pizza. Okay, but now we have to understand like why. Okay, why this is the case? Why when you're having a lower opportunity cost, then you will get the benefit. Okay, all right. But yeah, here is the concept: comparative advantage. Okay, all right. So let's go to here. So now we know. Okay, China is going to specialize on producing missile, and North Korea, they will specialize on producing pizza. Okay, based on the opportunity cost that we see in this table right here. Okay, so now we are going to understand like why this is the case. Okay, yeah, when we are looking at absolute advantage, China has no advantage. So why China can still trade? This is the problem. Okay, this is the question that we want to answer. And so now we are trying to understand why this is so important. Why, based on comparative advantage, China can also trade. Okay, because when we look at this one here, yeah, when we just look at missile, okay, yeah, because it's going to be the same for pizza. Okay, right? Look at this. Look at this here. Okay, look at the range here. All right, for China, the opportunity cost for making 1 missile is 0.5p, and for North Korea, the opportunity cost for making 1 missile is 2p. Okay, yeah, right. So you can tell for China, it's okay for them to trade with North Korea as long as okay, China is selling the missile, at more than 0.5p and less than 2p, then there will be trade, because this is the cost when they are making missile. So if they are selling at a price higher than this, then they will get the benefit. They will get the profits. Okay, right? Okay, yeah. And also for North Korea, because you see here, the cost for producing missile for North Korea here is higher than China's. Okay, so as long as North Korea, they are buying the missile from China at a price lower than 2p, then they will get the benefit as well. So at the end, look, it doesn't really matter if someone is having absolute advantage or not. Okay, as long as people, look, they all have that comparative advantage when they trade at the right range of price, when they trade at the right term of the terms of trade. Okay, so here, this is the range of the right terms of trade. Then they will trade, because they will all get the benefits. Okay, because when you have a cost of 0.5, then yeah, when you're selling it at let's say 1.5p, then you will earn some profits. And so as North Korea, when China is selling the missiles at 1.5p, when North Korea, they're buying the missiles from China, they save 0.5p. Okay, yeah. So rather than making the missiles themselves, spending 2p per missile, now when they are trying to get the missiles from China, they get a cheaper price, so they earn something. Okay, all right. So that is the idea. Okay, as long as they agree to set a price between this range here, then there will be trade. All right, cool. Yeah. Is it too difficult to understand? Any questions, concerns right here? Hello? Good? Yeah? Okay? Alright? Yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, but just feel free to ask. Okay? Because, the schedule is we have a lot going on. Okay? Lots of contents. Okay? So, you just don't want to accumulate questions. Alright? Because at the end of the day, there will be too much contents for you to learn in this curriculum here. Okay, all right. So so that is the theory. Okay, you don't need absolute advantage, as long as you guys agree at the right price to trade, then both of you will get advantage. Just like the case here. Okay, yeah, right. So it doesn't always have to be when I have the advantage, then I specialize on something, then I will get the benefit. No, it doesn't work like this. Okay, even when you're buying stuff from the country which has specialized on something, you will gain. Okay, you will gain something. All right, yeah, when you are at the right term. Okay, of course, when if China is selling the missiles at let's say 2.5p. then North Korea is not going to buy it, because I would rather produce it myself, right? If China is selling it at 2.5p, what's the point? Okay, and that's why, look, if China is being rational right here, okay, and look, we're just going to come up with a price, okay, in between. That's how we can create trade. And you see here, this concept right here is basically how the real world works. Okay, so, every year, different countries, they go to other countries. What do? They just talk about where along this line we should trade in terms of goods. Okay, they have to make negotiations, and this is the negotiation based on comparative advantage. Okay, all right. Yeah, so every year, yeah, countries just go, like China going to India, talking about trade. Yeah, they talk about this. Okay, so when we are trading like rice, okay, so where should we trade? Okay, yeah, right, because yeah, even it is acceptable to trade any point along this range here, but if we are trading like let's say here, okay, China will not be happy because North Korea they are going to earn a lot, okay, they are going to gain a lot, right? Maybe we should trade somewhere in the middle, okay, so China can earn a reasonable profit, and North Korea they can save some costs as well. All right, yeah, so that's what they do in the reality, okay, when they have some sort of trade negotiation. Okay, all right, cool, yeah. So yeah, once again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I think I'm going to stop it here. Okay. All right. I think it's yeah, it could be too much. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna stop it here. And yeah, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask. Okay. And yeah, I'm not gonna give you homework for this week. Okay, since you have done your research, I hope I hope look all of you have done your research. Yeah, but this is how we work. Sometimes I'm gonna give you some research. Yeah, you just have to do your work, and then we discuss it in class. And yeah, and when we get back to school, there will be more activities. Okay, because right now we only have like 1 hour per lesson. So we just have to cram up the schedule. Yeah, okay, because there are lots of contents. Okay, but when we get back to schools, yeah, there will be more activities. Okay. Oh, like here, this part right here. Oh yeah. Basically, when there yeah when there's less opportunity cost. So less opportunity cost for you know yeah. In this case, in the missile. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, because look at this. So this is you can imagine this is the cost. Okay, this is the production cost. Okay, the production cost for making one missile. We are just not using the monetary value to represent the cost right here. Okay, but if you're just treating this as mathematics, okay, then it doesn't really matter. Okay, so yeah, right here, this is the cost. Okay, the production cost, you can say. Okay, so for China, the production cost for making one missile is 0.5p. All right, so of course they want to sell higher than 0.5p. Okay, or at 0.5p in order to break even. Okay, all right, yeah, and same as North Korea. This is the cost. This is the production cost. Okay, and yeah, when you compare the cost for both of the countries, higher cost. So it's okay if they do not make missile themselves. They just have to buy missiles from China. Okay, as long as China is selling it, between this range here, the range of price here, then there will be trade. Uh, oh yeah, exactly, Jago. Yeah. As long as the two countries they have different opportunity costs on the products, there will be trade. There will be trade. Yeah. So you can imagine if the two countries they have the same opportunity cost, then there will be no trade. Okay, there will be no trade. All right. Yeah. If they have the same opportunity cost, because what's the point, right? Yeah. When you don't even see the advantage from trading with other people. Okay. All right. So yeah, as long as the opportunity costs they are different, there will be trade, and that is the magic from David Ricardo. Okay, it doesn't really matter if you have absolute advantage because we always want to see things comparatively. Okay, all right. As long as there are different opportunity costs, there will be opportunity. So Jago, I would say absolute advantage is being superseded. Okay, comparative advantage becomes more prevail. Okay, after the idea from David Ricardo. But yeah, but in economics, we still have to learn absolute advantage. So yeah, we just need to learn the both of them. Yeah, yeah. Okay, all right. So yeah, I'm just gonna let you go. All right, just go have your lunch. Okay, so if you have any questions, yeah, feel free to give me questions from email and yeah, any way that you can find me. Okay, all right, bye guys, go have your lunch. Okay, see you guys next week. Bye guys, bye. Okay, bye.